You too. Welcome back to another one.
All the way down. Chance had the volume all the way down.
Where we gonna do tonight?
Uh-oh.
Let's see. And get into this.
That's good. Okay. So that's gonna be that color. What color is that supposed to be? Black.
I guess this will have to do your church today.
Oh, we're not doing the intro.
Where do I go?
Watch them scissors though. Watch them scissors.
Let's see.
Oh.
What screen are you? What screen are you seeing?
Oh, I was gonna say I thought about that earlier, but I totally forgot about it. The girl from McDonald's, they did have an update on her. I didn't watch it because I didn't know if we was gonna do it on the call or not.
I'm telling you, she's a bully. She could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that is going to catch up to her.
You might remember this woman, Afeni Muhammad, the McDonald's employee who apparently went on a rant that prosecutors say turned deadly when she was accused of killing her manager at a McDonald's following an argument. Well, now a major decision has flipped this case, and we're going to break down what it means for what comes next in court with a criminal.
Have we reacted to this?
I think we did, but they got an update.
Why this girl I don't remember her face.
You don't? She remind me of one of my classmates, which is crazy. I mean, she not her personality, but like she looks like one of my classmates. Like that could be her daughter or something. It's crazy. But no, we did react on it. Well, didn't we? Because she had them weird ass videos on YouTube.
I don't remember her face. I don't remember this face and this haircut. Look at the ponytail. It's not. Look at how uneven it is back there.
Like the back of her hair is, it's not even all the way on her head because you can see her edges. It like all the way around her from the front all the way to the back. That's her hair.
Did she cut this herself?
I don't know, but it looks like she reminds me of Chucky. And she had a video. I think she was acting like Chucky or something. But that's funny because her hair looks like Chucky. She cut it like that. She definitely cut that.
On crime, I'm Jesse Weber.
You look mad.
This all started with a rant. It was raw, it was angry, and it was all over Instagram.
She's a bully.
Look at her, still red. She must have cut it short. Well, no, that's a different one. And now she in court.
This don't look like her.
That is her.
Who that character? Who they logo?
McDonald's?
Yeah, she trying to look like Ronald right now.
that is what her hair looks like. She matching. She got a McDonald's hat on. She's funny.
Come on now, why is it not playing?
Your internet.
Hold on.
Can I already do this? Yes, I already did this. I can't.
Can I hold my phone?
Because you need to get ready to go to bed.
You said 9 o'clock.
Okay, I'll do it in a minute. Why are you so hot?
I'm not hot.
You look like you've been sweating in your body. I feel body heat coming off of you. Oh, I'm sitting in front of her heater.
Yeah, hot.
I'm Jesse Weber. This all started with a rant. It was raw, it was angry, and it was all over Instagram.
She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all.
Wait. So this is before. Oh my goodness.
Just before it happened.
Somebody gonna have to do something about that. And she did something. Oh my God.
Look at her. She got the glasses on. She's so serious. She got a whole McDonald's outfit. She got on a McDonald's windbreaker too. Look at it. Like she out on a tarmac waving in the McDonald's plane. He's coming in with
I want to say that's the middle of the arch on the shirt.
that is a McDonald's jacket. Like that's that one she was making that video in. That one man that was reviewing the video was like, that's probably why she sent her ass home, because she in there making TikTok videos on the clock with the company attire on.
Mm-hmm.
So, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that is going to catch up to her.
So yeah, you might remember this woman, 27-year-old Afeni Muhammad, who we have talked about here before on Sidebar. That was her, apparently venting online about her manager at a McDonald's in East Point, Michigan. And hours later, that same manager, Jennifer Harris, was dead. And now, after months of silence and questions about what would happen next in this case, there is finally a new development that we have to talk about, one that clears the way for what comes next in court. Now, we're going to get to that, but first we've got to rewind. This is one of those stories that actually started on social media, and it spiraled into something that no one could have imagined. On July 10th, police say that Afeni Muhammad, an employee at the McDonald's,
Now I will remember Afeni Muhammad in this face.
You don't remember her? We
Oh
talked
my
about
God.
this. I wish your mama was on tonight so she could
I remember we watched video like customers and employees getting into it, but I don't remember.
They didn't show these pictures. This is the first time I saw this picture, but I saw that the video with her renting in the car, because they played that on everything when after it happened. Because she made that video not too long before it actually happened. I think. Please go, baby, because you always mess with stuff. But yeah, so they were playing that video, but I haven't seen this picture. I also saw other videos, like they had her. She's a rapper or an artist, so she had these music videos posted on YouTube. You should look her up and watch it. It will give you a good laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Mile Road, got into some sort of argument with her manager, Jennifer Harris, after she said she was sent home early. According to investigators, Muhammad left, sat in her car for a while, and then came back with a knife. So when we talk about premeditation, let's think about that. When officers arrived, what did they find? Harris had been reportedly stabbed up to 15 times. A customer with a gun had stepped in to stop Muhammad from fleeing. Now, Harris was rushed to the hospital. She tragically died later from her injuries. Horrific case. And on July 11th, when we talk about what's going on in the court process, Muhammad made her first court appearance for her arraignment. This is where detectives laid out what they say happened in chilling detail.
Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back." Muhammad was arrested on scene and the knife was recovered. Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle. When Muhammad returned to stab Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hooded mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity and attempted to flee the scene after the stabbing, but was stopped by an armed customer.
So Muhammad was charged with first-degree premeditated murder and carrying a dangerous weapon.
See, that's what it looked like when she went in. Well, it looked a little bit better. But they said they interviewed other people that she worked with, and they all said she's weird. She acts weird.
I believe it. Look at it.
Yeah, look at her. She really looked like my classmate, but my classmate's not weird. Like, which is so weird. She's
And you know what's so crazy, classmate? She name dropped you. So if you see this,
I name dropped her. I didn't say her name.
when y'all go back and watch this video, make sure y'all forget about the lagging at the beginning and still may be lagging. And just remember, she name dropped.
I
Put a
didn't.
timestamp at what time she said the
I
name
name dropped.
in the
Yeah, let
comments,
me know.
y'all, so we can go look. Don't drop the name, just a timestamp.
She won't care. She don't look. She looks like she could be her mama. Like that, like could be her baby. But she's not weird. Like
So,
she's not
friends,
weird.
she's saying you and your family look crazy.
No, that girl look crazy. But it's like her. It ain't just her with her look. It's her whole look at her. One of her eyes lower. My classmate's eyes not lower like that. She looked like she on maybe
Now she trying to pick you back up while she puts you down.
right.
It's okay. Here we go.
He's also been
My
charged
classmate not
as a
ugly
habitual offender.
though.
Does that mean? Well, it's a designation that stems seemingly from a prior stabbing conviction in Virginia. We're going to talk about that too. Her bond was also set at $25 million cash or surety.
25
Strict
million.
conditions if she were to be released. So that includes GPS monitoring, drug and alcohol testing, no contact with the victim's family, and a ban on returning to that particular McDonald's. Now, if you're a fan of Sidebar, if you're a fan of what we do here at Long Crime,
What?
then you know that
Right.
how are we getting so many
They
clips?
go better from that particular one. She can go to all the other ones.
Look at our content here at Long Crime. Our producers have used Opus to help the evaluation. In other words, does she understand the legal process and what's happening?
And you're asking that this matter be adjourned for discovery, number one, and number two, you want to refer to the Forensic Center for Competency and Culpability, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Counsel does request at this time that Mr. Muhammad be referred to the Forensic Center for the matter. It's my understanding that Ms. Muhammad herself personally objects to the referral at this time.
This her lawyer?
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Listen, y'all. I ain't
Oh,
gonna lie to
no.
y'all. He about to give me some motivation now. I'm about to be bearded up, dressed up in
Yeah.
some athleisure,
The new
chilling,
generation, you don't have to look professional.
and y'all life gonna be in my hands, basically.
Right. And she just standing there with her hands
And look,
clasped
is
together.
she
Yes, clasped
what?
together like she looking at Jesus
And
over
I
in the
think,
corner. He looked like Jesus. Like, wait, like he could be Jesus' son.
We're making observations of the case and reviewing the case.
oh hell no.
Just imagine what's going on in my mind right now.
Oh my goodness, she crazy.
Specifically the police reports, and then again my observations and interacting with Ms. Muhammad.
Look at her.
Wait, hold on. They're gonna get me in the comments. This might be the doctor. Because they said
Oh, okay.
something about if she's there enough to understand what she did or the crime she's about to be punished for. I
That's
think
probably
that's
why
what it is. So don't come for me
that's
in the
probably why
comments,
she
y'all.
looking like
That's
that. She
karma.
trying to
That's
look
karma
crazy.
for me saying, yeah.
I need to check those two boxes. Meaning, I need to make sure that one, she is competent to stand trial, and then two, that there's not an issue in regards to responsibility.
So I take that back. Give me hope. I can be a psychiatrist to tell the judge whether you're competent enough to stand trial or what's it called? You're not about to plead insanity.
You can
Yeah,
be
yeah,
anything
yeah,
you
yeah.
want to be nowadays. Look at Elon. He out there with belly shirts on. And he a billionaire.
Hey.
He got her nails done. She ready.
Mm-hmm.
The case would pause while doctors, evaluators would determine whether Muhammad really understood her charges, whether or not she could assist in her.
This how y'all know we don't pre-watch our videos.
What?
We be getting stuff wrong.
Was that the attorney?
No, that's the doctor.
Oh, okay.
own defense. We actually spoke with forensic psychiatrist Dr. Daniel Bober about what evaluators look for in these situations, what it really means to be competent to stand trial. This is what he had to say.
Competency is a moving target. You know, someone could be competent one week and they could be incompetent the next week. So in the United States, competency is determined by a U.S. Supreme Court case, U.S. v. Dusky. And essentially what that case says is that you have to have the ability to work with your attorney, to collaborate with them, and have a rational and factual understanding of the charges against you. So there are so many different reasons. I watched the Instagram video that she had posted prior to the incident, and you clearly have someone who has poor impulse control, is emotionally dysregulated, has escalating anger, repeated frustration, feels powerless over her situation, and feels that she's being subjected to this perceived injustice. There are so many different things here in the differential, and obviously I've never examined her, so I can't make a diagnosis, but I think about things like psychosis, a personality disorder, substance use, perhaps repeated exposure to trauma. And I think about delusions. I think about psychosis when I hear something like that. But again, there's just so much information that we would need. For example, was she treated for a prior mental health condition? Was she under the care of a psychiatrist? These are things I'd want to know. Talk to people that were around her in the hours and days prior to the incident.
Now, during this same period.
So what you think? You think she got something wrong with her, or she just snapped?
She seems to me like one of them people that got like abused when they was younger and they just messed up. I have another classmate that actually acts kind of like that, but she's more sane. But she's not all. She probably would wig out on somebody too if you caught her on the wrong day and too much bad shit happened at once. But she got abused and stuff like that. Just messed up. Don't think like a normal person. She been in foster care. Either her parents just didn't care.
I think she's just crazy.
Yeah.
She kind of threw me for a loop when I saw all these little wigs and costumes. So she maybe had like some personality disorder or something, but I think she's crazy overall.
Yeah.
You made a video knowing and announcing something had to be done, and
you have to see her music videos. She's in one of them holding a dead bird. She got a dead bird so she could take a video shoot with it. That's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody I would stay away from
that Afeni Muhammad had a prior violent conviction. In March of 2022, she pleaded guilty in Virginia to unlawful wounding injury, stab, wound, cut without malicious intent. Court records from Virginia that were reviewed by Click on Detroit show that Muhammad had stabbed her then boyfriend during an argument in 2022, later telling police, "I stabbed him, is he okay?" Now, she was sentenced to 4 years, but that term was suspended, so meaning she only served probation. Now it becomes a question.
You also know something's wrong with somebody that's 26 years old that is that happy about being a regular employee at McDonald's.
Wait. Pump the brakes. Hold on. Let's backtrack. The shit was suspended first.
How'd that happen?
And then now you saying niggas can't be happy working a normal job?
No, 26.
Niggas can't be happy
at McDonald's.
Niggas can't be happy flipping burgers.
No, not at 26.
Oh,
and then to be walking around, you making videos with you got all. How the hell she get all that McDonald's gear? They don't just give that out when you get hired. She probably stole that shit from somebody. You got on a whole McDonald's gear. You have on the red Ronald McDonald wig. Like you taking it way too far to be just a regular ass. Can I take your order? There's nothing wrong with a regular job. I got a regular job.
I think it's okay to work in the fast food restaurant. Just don't be crazy and unalive your manners, because they're gonna boss you around. They're gonna get on your nerves. But guess what? You go in, get paid, go home. That's it.
My thing though is if you're psychotic like that, or you have a any type of mental issue, do not work at McDonald's. The customers alone will make you want to get a damn fry and shove it in their eye.
I'm not okay. Look. I ain't trying to be funny here, but I want to see something like you know how people like say they crazy. Like sometimes I want to see like if you really crazy, go work with some crazy people and see how crazy they are and see if you match they crazy.
Right,
And I think that would make you realize, shit, I'm not crazy like that.
right.
Let me
I'm
chill the
just
fuck out.
right. I just wasn't raised right or some shit. But yeah, that'd
But
be the problem.
that's not a good, I guess,
Yeah, no, you can't.
process.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to know how she was raised though. It seems like she may have been a person that was. She changed her last name to Muhammad. That wasn't her original last name.
Afini,
But I wonder,
Fini.
like, she grew up in a foster care system or something. She seems like somebody that grew up in a foster care system that went through a lot of different stuff. They act different. Most of them. Some of them are still level headed, but a lot of them that go through real bad stuff do not act normal.
Could that affect the current case? So now the case is back in motion after the results from the findings on her competency evaluation came in. And we're going to break down that report in a moment. But first, we got to get into all aspects of this case. So let me bring on somebody to talk about this, somebody I'm always happy to have on, criminal defense attorney John Day. John, thanks so much for taking the time to come back here on Sidebar to talk about what is a very, very strange and yet sad case. From a prosecutorial point of view, maybe even a criminal defense point of view, what do you think the strength of this case is? I mean, you have this social media post, you have a potential eyewitness who allegedly stopped the defendant. Talk to me about how strong you think the evidence is in this case.
I mean, the social media post, the eyewitness, those are all, if you're the prosecutor, you really, I guess it doesn't get much better than that. I mean, eyewitnesses, of course, are always subject to, the idea that what we see is not necessarily what really happened. There's always a lot of research on that. But if I'm prosecuting this, I feel pretty good about that. I mean, that's enough for me to keep going. And you're going to hope that a jury sees this the same way.
Now, we'll talk about mental health in a second, but looking at this, if we build up the narrative that she was angry at her manager, she had this, it was fuming for quite some time. But how does the law separate between, let's say, an emotional impulse, maybe in the heat of an argument, even though she allegedly stepped out, came back in, and premeditation? Or is it just a very, very thin line?
Well, premeditation can occur in an instant, and that's what prosecutors are always trying to convince a jury when they're asked to step down a charge in a homicide case. I mean, it's the premeditation. It's what was going on in that defendant's mind, what was leading up to that. It could just be a snap decision, but in the right circumstances, you can have premeditation that occurs in that snap decision moment. And so it's the idea that there's a backstory. Okay, this is not just a chance encounter, road rage type homicide. There's a backstory. There's something going on. And if you're the prosecutor, you want to hammer that home for the jury. You want to say, look, this is what was building. It's like turning on a tea kettle and eventually the steam explodes. And that's what was happening here. And so the prosecutors are going to look at the backstory. They're going to try to build it up. They're going to try to put a foundation together so the jury understands really why this occurred, even though it was, obviously it was a horrifying situation. In the eyes of the prosecutors, there's a reason that this happened. And jurors, we're going to explain to you why.
And from a legal point of view, how does a prior conviction like Muhammad's 2022 stabbing case out in Virginia, how does that influence either the current charges or potential sentencing if she's convicted?
It shouldn't. Remember, it was suspended.
Yeah, for stabbing her boyfriend. I'm telling you, you get away with anything except for
Which
drugs.
shouldn't have been suspended, y'all. But I'm just going by what they say. If something is dropped, it's dropped.
Right. Well, clearly it's not happening in a vacuum. I mean, this is not a situation where it's an aberrational, at least in the eyes of the prosecutor, in the eyes of the state. It's not an aberrational thing. It's something that there's a history she knows full well what happens when you take a blade to a human body. She's experienced that before. So at the very least in sentencing, it's going to play a huge role. And of course, a lot depends on what gets in, what the judge lets in front of the jury. But the idea that this is someone who's not, has a familiarity with what happens when you take an instrument like that, a deadly weapon, and you apply it to a human body. In the eyes of the prosecutor, she fully knew what was going to happen.
Well, let's talk about this. So the defense, they requested this competency evaluation and a criminal responsibility evaluation. How often do we see that in the beginning stages of these cases, or maybe during the course of a case, right? Competency doesn't necessarily have to be an issue that happens right at the beginning. It could sometimes happen in the middle. How often do we see that?
Right. Well, generally, so what happens is in the judicial system, anyone who has a concern, generally it's the defense lawyer, but a judge can raise it, a prosecutor can raise it. Of course, that's much more rare. But defense lawyers have an obligation. If you think there's something going on with the client, with the defendant, that raises the issue of competency. Remember, competency is very different from things like, not guilty by reason of insanity, things like that. Competency is pretty narrow. It's just the idea that this defendant understands the charges against her. This defendant understands what's being played out in court. She understands the role of the judge. She understands the role of the prosecutor. She understands the role of the defense attorney. And can she assist her defense attorney in preparing her own?
Oh, man.
What was she doing in that video?
Listen.
Was she making that Play-Doh levitate?
I think she was trying to make it fall with her mind. Let's rewatch it again, y'all. Let's rewatch it again, y'all.
The issue of competency. Remember, competency is very different from things like, not guilty by reason of insanity, things like that. Competency is pretty narrow. It's just the idea that this defendant understands the charges against her. This defendant understands what's being...
The fact that I'm really watching this is crazy, and it's pissing me. It is pissing me off that it skipped forward. So obviously,
she was doing it for a minute. What did it skip forward to?
No, but watch how it jumps. Watch right before she pops her eyes. Watch.
Oh, okay.
And understands the charges against her. This defendant understands what's being played out in court. She understands the role of the judge.
See how you ain't slick.
Judge. She understands the role of the prosecutor. She understands the role of the defense attorney. And can she assist her defense attorney in preparing her own defense? Those are really the only issues that a competency evaluation gets into. It doesn't get into, did she know it was right or wrong? Those are the issues for the jury if it gets to that point. So competency is simply limited to, in this current state she's in, does she understand what's happening to her? Can she assist in her defense? Does she know who the players are? It's pretty limited. And states that have this process, sometimes you can be treated to competency if you're found incompetent. That's a whole nother issue. You can be held in custody and made to undergo psychiatric treatment. And then if you're treated to competency, you can stand trial. In this case, didn't even get that far. An evaluator, a PhD, probably psychiatrist, psychologist, somebody who's an advanced practitioner, said she understands what's going on. She's competent.
Let's talk about this. And by the way, in a competency, I mean, you really explained it quite well. It could delay a trial for quite some time if the defendant is not competent. But talking about the mental health of this defendant and what might have been going on, and yes, she's innocent until proven guilty, but just before the stabbing, okay, Muhammad had gone live on Instagram and posted this nearly 7-minute video, this rant that many now see as potential evidence and chilling in hindsight.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This isn't funny. She needs to understand that just...
She really got a butterfly sticker on the side of her face. That's a real sticker. That ain't one of them filters.
And you're a murderer.
That's her rap name or her artist name. Risen Phoenix.
Jesus.
I'm gonna have to pull her up on YouTube and listen to her while I go to work in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in this store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got to take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, like, putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That's gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. Nobody's perfect. It's God, it happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. So it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her.
And you could even hear her say there that her manager's behavior would, quote, catch up to her. And hours later, that grim prediction came true. I mean, if you listen to the allegations. John, I just want to highlight that point one more time. Any way defense attorneys can make sure that doesn't come into evidence in a criminal case? Because if you ask me, that could be a slam dunk for them, for prosecutors.
A slam dunk for them is the way to put it. I mean, I racking my brain here to think about how you keep that out as a defense lawyer. I mean, what is it? It's evidence of premeditation, and not just premeditation in a few moments before a stabbing, but it's evidence of premeditation long before that. And actually, a couple of instances we've seen that these assassination attempts on President Trump, where the alleged assassin or the convicted assassin says things on social media about what they want to do. Situations like that, we see that a lot, where somebody posts something on social media. That gets back to the issue of competency, though, because if somebody is saying, I'm going to do this, are they in their right mind? If you're the defense team, you want to say, look, this is what was going on with this person. So clearly they were not stable, and you want that to feed into the issue of competency if you're trying to defend it. But at the end of the day, and in the final analysis, having a social media post where you make those kind of threats, even if it's not a specific threat, that's part of the whole, the penumbra of what you're going to present to the jury. You're going to say, look, this was set in action a long time before.
Prosecution stipulate to the September 17, 2025 report, which opines that Ms. Muhammad is competent to stand trial. Is that correct on behalf of the people?
That's correct, Judge.
On behalf of the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. So this matter needs to be.
Oh
She's
my
competent.
God, yeah.
She talked about it online, and then you left work, went home, got your knife, came back, tried to disguise yourself, probably had on the same fucking McDonald's jacket with the hoodie on under it, thinking that you disguising yourself. Go stab this woman a lot of times. And then try to act like, no, it's time for you to go sleep. And then try to act like, it's 9 o'clock. And then act like it, she didn't know she was doing it. She crazy. Girl, boo. You was at work not doing your damn job, and TikTok couldn't verify that, and you kept getting sent home. Of course, they're gonna send your ass home if you making videos instead of flipping fries or tossing fries.
Well, she better get real comfortable.
Right. She doesn't need to get out. She's a danger to society.
She's
already stabbed one person.
Yeah, she about to be. Yeah. I think she gonna cause havoc in that jail cell over there.
That's
I
what's
think
so
she gonna
funny.
cause. I believe she the one, like, everybody. Oh yeah, don't mess with her. She crazy.
Right. Do not
Don't
mess
mess with her.
her. She gonna be outside talking to dead birds and shit. That's crazy. That lady, like, she's just not all there. Something happened,
Nah.
Could be trauma.
Let's see.
That's what I diagnosed.
He doesn't come in. Why this was not for example, a cold-blooded killing, which the prosecution is going to be trying to paint it as. Now, as to whether she should testify, of course, that's always.
All right, so, and condolences to Jennifer Harris. Senseless unaliving. Man, think about it. Maybe if she did some time behind that 4 years that she was potentially
She was
facing, she probably would have some, maybe I shouldn't stab somebody again.
Yeah.
But
Well, maybe Jennifer would still be alive because their paths wouldn't have crossed.
so the system fella, y'all let us know down in the comments. Man, that's
8
crazy.
seconds. One family. Endless
Endless
connection.
connections.